Although I have ancestors that have fought in America's war since the Revolutionary War down through the Civil War, all the way to the most recent wars where I have relatives that have fought in these wars. The war that was first in my lifetime was the Vietnam War. I remember as a kid seeing news stories on the television about the war was a topic of conversation. As well as having relatives that were drafted into the military services. My cousin Karen's husband Eugene was a U.S. Marine in Vietnam. My cousin Wayne was in the Army in Vietnam. My cousin Lynn's husband Steve was in the Army, and my Uncle Lou was drafted into the U.S. Army. The Vietnam War left a lasting impression on me. It was in my childhood years all the way up until I was 12 before the war ended. And when I heard there was a Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C., I've always wanted to go see it. And then when I heard that there was the mobile wall that was coming into the area called the Wall That Heals, I definitely had to go make a trip, especially for this Memorial Day. The Wall That Heals replica is a 375 feet in length and 7.5 feet high
Structure.
at its tallest point. Visitors experience the wall rising above them as they walk towards the apex, a key feature of the design of the wall in DC. Some facts about the wall: there are 58,267 names on the wall. 1,500 service members are still unaccounted for from the Vietnam War. 8 women are on the wall, and 1968 was the deadliest year in the war. I believe that was when the Tet Offensive occurred. There are 161 Medal of Honor recipients on the wall. The average age on the wall is 23 years, 1 month. The youngest age is 15 years. There are 400,000 plus items that are left at the wall. 43 sets of brothers are on the wall. 3 sets of fathers and sons are on the wall. 246, the most casualty deaths for one day, January 31st, 1968. So when I arrived at the location of the healing wall, the only sound to break the silence was the occasional car noise and the wind. Otherwise, I only had my thoughts to keep me company as I wandered the area in absolute awe of the sacrifice that was made. The first area I noticed was this forest of American flags. As I walked the laid out path, I noticed signs with different facts about them. 31 sets of parents lost 2 of their sons. 39,996 were just 22 years or younger. 997 were killed their first day there. 1,448 were killed on their last day of duty there. 8,283 were 19 years old. 58,267 names are on the wall. There are 3 sets of fathers and sons on the wall. 5 soldiers were 16 years old. 244 soldiers were awarded the U.S. Medal of Honor, and of those, 153 have their names on the wall. 12 were 17 years old. 33,103 were just 18 years old. The next thing I noticed was 1 soldier as an honor guard silently patrolling the grounds. There were also vehicles of that era on display. And there was also an area set up so that local people could come and pay their respects for a ceremony. The length of this wall is just almost incomprehensible if you haven't seen it in person. It is a very humbling experience to realize all the names that are on this wall that sacrificed their lives for us so that we can enjoy the things in this country that we have, such as the freedoms that we enjoy and the liberty that we take for granted, all thanks to the sacrifices of these men and women. And to the next generation of warriors, some of whom may end up laying down their lives for us, thank you.